Was this character from medieval Hungarian chronicles actually a deer deity? So in Simon Kézai's Gesta Hunorum et Hungarorum, a woman named Eneth gives birth to Hunor and Magor, the legendary forefathers of the Huns and Magyars. These two brothers travel westward to hunt a miraculous stag, which leads them to the Pannonian Basin where Hungary is today. Historians, linguists, and anthropologists have long wondered what elements of this story, written in the late 1200s, was made up by Kézai based on Roman literature he had read about the Huns, and what would have been elements of organic Hungarian and Eurasian mythology preserved after Hungarians settled into Europe. It was believed for a long time that Kézai must have taken the stag from the 6th century Roman writer Jordanes' book Getica. In the text, a deer similarly is depicted leading the Huns to the same location. Now, there's no doubt that Kézai read Jordanes, and from it he pulled lots of his history of the Huns, which he ahistorically links directly to the Hungarians. But the legend of Hunor and Magor, as written by Kézai, preserves a lot of Eastern traditions too. Like, for example, the tradition of bride kidnapping, several pre-conquest locations, and unique names with very illuminating etymologies. János Szűcs, a major mid-century Hungarian historian, made a case, now accepted across the field generally, that the name Eneth came from a corruption of the Hungarian word for female deer, unő. Further research has indicated that deer totems were extremely important in the mythologies of both speakers of Uralic languages, which Hungarian is, as well as many Turkic and East Iranian cultures that Hungarians had significant contact with. What's more, and quite importantly, grave sites and other artifacts of the newly arrived Hungarians created long before Kézai's chronicle use the image of the stag as a motif. It is the opinion of Szűcs that the narrative framework of the stag leading the Hungarians to Pannonia was taken by Kézai from Jordanes' writing about the Huns, but the actual importance of the figure as a mythic creature or possibly even ancestor was not. Further scholars have looked at other early Hungarian histories from a similar lens. Emese, the daughter of Duke Unod Bília, who is a similar mother of the Hungarians figure from an even earlier chronicle, dreams of a mythical bird telling her about the monarchs that she will give birth to. Hungarian historian Géza Szentmartoni-Szabó suggested that her name might have come from an old Hungarian word describing being in a trance-like state. And Unod Bília is actually a mistranslated name indicating that she was from the lineage of a totemistic deer. The relationship between Eurasian mythology and early Hungarian chronicles is still full of so many fascinating mysteries. So if you like that, subscribe to the Turan Explorer podcast.